Welcome to the Makeover Your Mindset podcast. I'm Cassie McKenzie. Think of me as your BFF for manifestation and high vibe mindset makeovers. It's my personal mission to turn your inspiration into action so you can be, do, and have everything you've ever dreamed of having in life. This podcast will focus a ton on creating fulfilling relationships with money, friends, and soulmates, and inspire you to have fun so you can live the most extraordinary life you've ever imagined. If you're ready to take to the next step, then you've come to the right place. Thanks again for joining me. Now let's begin. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for hopping on another episode of the Makeover Your Mindset podcast. I'm Cassie McKenzie. I am a money mindset coach for women who want to pay off their debt, build up massive amounts of money in their savings, and travel the world. I have been a manifestation and mindset coach for about a year now, and I could not be happier. It is so much fun, and it's because of people like you who want to hop on a podcast episode and follow one of my live streams or download a freebie to make your life better. Like, that's exactly why I'm here. And I thank you so much for joining my world. Today's episode is actually one I'm super excited about too. It is a live stream recording of a Facebook live stream I did on my personal page. And it is amazing how you can teach everyone all of the manifestation tips, techniques, learnings, energetics, all the things. And sometimes the teacher doesn't listen to the things that she's teaching. And this was a case that I realized that I realized the power of resistance and not allowing, and also the power of simple manifestation techniques that you can take, and gratitude and awareness and allowing the money and abundance and prosperity to come to you. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was super fun to, bring to you. And also, I want to mention, you'll hear a little bit about the upcoming Bali retreat that I'm hosting in Seminyak, Bali in November. This retreat is your chance to change your life. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be offering another retreat like this, but it's probably going to be in a different location. We've been talking Fiji, maybe South Africa, maybe somewhere like Costa Rica. I'm not sure. You know me, I love to travel, and I also love all the possibilities in life. So who knows where it'll be. But if your heart is pulling you to come to Bali and you are someone who just can't get enough of this money mindset and up-leveling yourself. Like, I don't care if you're making $100,000 or if you're making $50,000. I remember, when I hit six figures, all I wanted to do was learn how to make more and to better myself and to get to new levels. And if you're like that and you're, like me, then you're going to really enjoy and take home so much from this upcoming retreat. You're going to get completely rewired as far as like your subconscious beliefs about money and any sort of limiting beliefs that might still be in there, and move past any blocks that you've noticed that you've had, so that you can become a magnet for money and wealth and bigger paychecks and higher paying jobs, higher paying clients, money manifested out of all kinds of places that aren't your job. I mean, I've seen it all. So enjoy this episode. Thank you so much again for supporting this podcast. If you absolutely love it, I'll ask you to please leave a review so that more people like you can find it. We absolutely thrive off of the reviews so that iTunes reach you higher and more people can find out about the podcast. So I have a lot of really great stuff coming to you over the next few weeks, and I can't wait to bring it to you. Thank you so much. And I wish you the most success ever. And if there's anything I can ever help you with, you know where to find me. It's in the show notes, but at Makeover Your Mindset on Instagram, come on over and get the daily inspiration there. You can find me in the Badass Manifestation Queen group as well on Facebook. And if you're interested in going to Bali and you're listening to this before October 1st, there's an incentive to hop on the train early, or the plane, I guess. You can't take a train to Bali. That'd be interesting. But you get an extra $500 off. And if you're part of my private group, the Badass Manifestation Queens on Facebook, there's an extra $200 waiting for you there. So that's $700 towards the cost of the retreat, which, like I said, is nothing compared to what you're going to get out of it. I mean, if it were me, I would jump on this soon. So there's only 5 more spots remaining for the $500 off. So I hope to see you there. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me at any time. I'm happy to answer anything that I can for you. And I look forward to seeing you in Bali. Now with that, enjoy the episode. Thanks so much. Love you. Hello. How's it going? Happy Thursday night. I am so happy to be here. My name is Cassie. If this is your very, very first time catching me, I am a money mindset coach for women who really want to pay off their debt, build up their savings, and do really fun stuff like travel the world, buy new houses, pay for their kids' college, maybe pay off student loans, finally treat themselves right. So with that being said, I have been I hosted a 30-day challenge for manifesting $3,000, and holy crap, we had the best results out of a free challenge. It's crazy. And so throughout the challenge, I pretty much think I say the same exact things. Get aligned with the energy of what you want, be a vibrational match for it, look at money. It's all energy. It really is. It's 95% psychology and mindset and 5% like mechanics and really how you use it. So when you are thinking of manifesting money, like you really have to look at the big picture here and look at how you feel and look at how you are treating money, how you're feeling about money, and really what you're giving out so that you can get back in return and staying an open channel. One of the biggest lessons though that I taught everybody in my challenge was be sure to be open for money to come from all sorts of places. It doesn't have to just come from your job or from your business or from your husband's job. It can come from all sorts of places and really unexpected, like very unexpected places most of the time. Like it's really out of the blue, but it's mainly because you don't have any resistance built up to those areas where it has a chance to flood in. You can think of it like, okay, I live in Florida in like hurricane country, so we have flood insurance. If you think about like your garage and like there's holes on the floor of the garage or whatever in the wall, and you've like put in the corks so that the holes stop the water from getting in. So think of manifesting money like you have taken out all the corks and you're allowing that amazing flow to come in and you're not putting any resistance. You're just letting it all come in because, I don't know, maybe you're feeling like you wanted to do that. I don't know. But anyway, as far as money goes, like I get it. I get that. I get the question really, really often. Like, how do I make sure that I am manifesting money in my business so that my business is successful? Well, when you're looking at your business as the only way of bringing money in, then that is throwing out like a whole lot of vibes that are coming from scarcity and needing and pushing and this energy of it has to happen now and it has to happen this way. That's just going to delay it all coming from you because you're not being open to the opportunities. You almost have like the blinders on, right? So you've got the blinders on and there's these 100 other ways for the money to come to you, but all you are is focused on the one way that you really want it to, and that's why you're not seeing it. So I'm setting you up, I'm telling you this to tell you a bigger story. So, I was a pharmaceutical rep for like the last 20 years for various companies. And most recently, in June, the recent company that I was with, they actually declared bankruptcy. So that's when I started going more full-time into my money mindset coaching. I hired a coach of my own. I started putting all these investments out there in me. I got NLP practitioner trained so that I can be an even more effective coach, and really went all in. So as you know, with any business, it takes a little while to get off your feet, right? So I was still working for my old company. However, I planned to put my notice in like in mid-July, which is important because of what I'm about to tell you. Since this live stream, which is now a podcast too, is it's all around how I manifested $40,000 with a piece of paper. So back in July, if you follow the law of attraction at all, you've probably heard of like the secret checks from the Secret book, and like a few other, manifestation coaches and money mindset coaches like me have made their own version of these manifestation checks. I decided to make my own version. So on July 8th, I actually wrote myself this check. And if you can see, it's paid to the order of me. I dated it that same day. I put for $40,000, and I said I wanted, like I said, what my manifestation memo and my purpose was in here. Now, July 8th happened to be one day before we had this like massive conference call where they told us that they were not really sure what was going to happen with us, and that it was actually going to be the day that I think I was going to resign, because I wasn't really sure that I wanted to work there and travel. We had also like bought a house on the other side of the state, so we were kind of going back and forth, and my husband had accepted a job on the, in St. Petersburg, Florida. Well, I was convinced by another coworker to just stay on through the summer to see what was going to happen with the company, and maybe there'd be an opening on this side of the state. So if you think about it, that was the same exact day that I was supposed to be putting my notice in. That's the same exact day I wrote this check. So my income would have stopped that day. Now, I decided to stay on. Unbeknownst to me, they also offered a stay with the company bonus like shortly after that, which was like $7,500. So when you look at how long we stayed with the company, I was planning to stay through September, but in August they gave us a notice that said that we're pretty much donezo, the company's folding, and they're paying us out for 60 days. So here I am getting paid to do nothing through the middle of October. I was sitting there last night talking to my husband about, a few things like a project that I'm working on for my company that's, requiring an investment. And I really had wanted to manifest more money through my company, and I felt like I needed to prove it to him that I could do this. And I was feeling really stressed and bad and anxious, which everything that I teach everyone who, follows my 30-day challenge. If you've done this challenge, drop me some emojis if you're listening to me now, because you'll know that everything I taught you was basically telling you not to do any of the shit that I just did, aside from writing this check to myself. So like really feeling bad and trying to prove something, having that being your reason for manifesting money is only going to put resistance out there to begin with. Check number one. Also expecting it to come through a certain source and putting all sorts of pressure, like literal pressure on that source. Check number two. Of me feeling anxious about it and worried and stressed and all this pressure on myself. Step number, was that 3 or 4? Like, who cares? It's enough steps for me to know I was definitely not aligned with what my higher self was telling me to do, what was really being manifested. And when I stopped as I was talking to him, and as the words came out of my mouth of, I feel like I should have like proved it to you by now, I knew exactly what my problem was. And the problem was I wasn't trusting enough. I wasn't surrendering enough. I wasn't giving myself the benefit of the doubt and giving the universe the path of least resistance to get all of the money and all of the success and all the other things my way. But the biggest thing I wasn't doing was, drum roll, acknowledging the money that had already come to me and acknowledging the fact that this check from the universe actually was manifested within a month of me writing it. Mic drop. So really what I'm trying to tell you here is this shit works. And what do you think the first thing is that I did this morning? I got up, journaled out all of this stuff to get it out and to just like take it from here, get it on paper, put out some more intentions, and write myself another check. This time for $50,000. So really what this does, and the whole thing about manifesting money, guys, I'm just going to make it simple for you. It's all tied to how you feel. It's all tied to your feelings. If you have good feelings about what you're doing, and if you have good feelings about the money that's coming to you, and good feelings about the situation of like where you're in and how everything's always unfolding for you, you just have to trust that, then it takes all the pressure off. I literally felt like, I felt like, oh my God, holy shit, like this is exactly the answer that I've been looking for this whole time. And for the first time in a long time, I felt like the stress was gone and the weight was lifted. And I see the hearts. Thank you, guys. I guess you can relate to this. So I really felt like 100 million times better. I woke up today with a smile, and it's proof. And this is how surrendering needs to feel for you. If you're getting hung up on the money hasn't manifested for me yet, thank you, Margaret. She says, I can, Margaret, and I love it. And if you have like been getting caught up on those feelings of it hasn't manifested for me yet, this must not be working, really take a step back and see, is that really the truth? Are you maybe saying like, are you maybe like constricting that flow? And okay, so Margaret says she's reading Money, the Law of Attracting by Abraham Hicks. I love Abraham Hicks. So yes, the path of most allowance, right? The path of least resistance. The money is always trying to make it to you. You just have to allow it to come to you. Make it easy for it to come to you. And trust that it is on its way. Like, I recognize that this check I wrote this morning is a piece of paper that I made this on Canva. If I have to be honest, I think it's the coolest one I've ever seen. If you're on my email list, you got it in like a super rushed email this morning where I verbal vomited this whole entire story I was so excited about to everyone and sent a copy of this. If you all want one, let me know. And, I'll send you one, or I can give you guys the link so you can download one too. And you can start writing it, because I'll tell you what, it works. And like I was saying, this may be a check that I printed out and wrote to myself, right? But the point is, it is in actuality manifesting right now. And it gives me the confidence in the process. It gives me security in the process. It makes it feel effortless. It's that shift in that mindset. And it's that shift of, holy crap, this situation worked out already. Like it did. Because it did. It's amazing. How could I have ever predicted that? Like, okay, let me just say, I've worked in pharmaceutical sales for 20 years. Never in my life have I ever witnessed a company that paid you to stay on when they were like failing. Honestly, they had just declared bankruptcy and they offered us more money. I've never in my life had that happen before. And it happened as soon as I started doing all of this work and applying it. And I could never have ever imagined that that would have happened. And you will realize what I'm telling you is true if you just give it a try. Just be open to it. I know it's not, thank you so much. I know it is not the typical way and the conventional way of looking at money. Like, I'm sure you want to hear, like, here's your tips on how to manifest like $40,000 and it's all logical and it all makes sense. and it's not energy based. No, that's not how it works. It is all related to your energy and your vibration, your feelings around money, your internal blueprint, what subconsciously you think and you feel and you act around money. This is what determines what's showing up in your life. And I've gotten to the point myself where I feel amazing about it. Most people looking at me from the outside would say, well, you just got laid off. Aren't you looking for another job? Hell no, I'm not looking for another job. I feel no need to. I'm not aligned to that. And there's no absolute need to do that. I'm a money mindset coach because this is what my destiny and my purpose is to do. And this is what feels great to me, to help give you guys the tips and the knowledge and the internal shifts that I have managed for myself and actually gone and gotten extra training on how to do for you. So with that being said, this is a taste of what you can experience with me. So there's two ways to work with me. One is to work one-on-one, where, we have 3 calls a month. You have Voxer access to me, and we work together for about 3 months and create massive shifts in your money mindset, and it's amazing. The other option is coming to Bali in November. That is for my Bali retreat. It's a whole money mindset retreat. The whole thing is basically this live stream wrapped up into a cool container and package of a private villa where we do group coaching and we're one-on-one and we're really working through all these subconscious blocks that you have and anything that's keeping you and has kept you in the past from the money and the salaries and the feeling of worthiness for the money that you actually deserve. And if there's anything I can say is that I am so super excited about being able to provide this for you, especially at the price that it is. It's unbelievable the amount of money you will get back from taking the time to do this sort of work for yourself. And not to mention, next time I do this, it's at least twice the price. Like, we're at the same villa as Manifestation Babe's villa that she used back in, I think it was like March, for her manifestation retreat. And that wasn't even a money mindset retreat. That thing runs like $9,000. And that's not how, what you'll pay if you come with me for the retreat. Also, you could save $500 if you sign up by the 1st, whatever day that is, sometime next week. But here, let me just tell you what you can expect. You can expect to have complete shifts in your money mindset. So any sort of limiting beliefs that you created in your brain from like these trusted adults that, were our teachers or our parents, hi mom, or like our, uncles, or I don't know, maybe it's your grandfather who said that rich people are assholes and that they stole money from poor people. I don't know. I've heard it all. Or like you can't afford this and I can't afford that, or I'm broke, or this or that, or the other story. All of these things that you've heard and all of the past shit that you've gone through in your life all creates these stories in your head about what you're worthy of and what sort of things happen with your money and where like the money comes from, whether you've just come to believe that it just comes from your job. And I think I've proved today that that's absolutely not the case. I don't even work for that company anymore and they're still paying me. So, hard work is not required. What's required is showing up. What's required is taking a leap of faith in yourself and doing this extra work so that you can get better results, get higher paying jobs, become a better, being able to hold on to money, being able to save money, having it stack in your bank account as opposed to always like having an energetic availability for, X amount of money in your bank account. Being able to learn this process once from me will allow you to do it to yourself as you up level further in life. So you'll attend this retreat with me, learn all the tools you need to do all the journaling, all the inside work, all the mindset work, get yourself up to, let's just say you want to make $100,000 a year. Well, then what happens when you get to 100,000? Are you capped out there? Hell no. You start doing this work again, but at least you know the framework for it. You know what to do. You know how to get yourself to a next level. And it really becomes a limitless world for you. And it's amazing. It's totally amazing. Never in my life have I made as much money as I did, once I started doing all of this work. And thank you so much. You should come with us to Bali. So yeah, I just think like this is the biggest thing that you can do for yourself is take advantage of the time that you have now and not put it off anymore. Like, really, what are you waiting for? Like, if you've tried to do this on your own, even like reading the books, or maybe going to like take courses online or buying a bundle from Amanda Francis, I don't know, doing the work in person and learning how to do it for yourself next time is worth so much to you in the long run. And I hope you get that. So let me tell you a little bit about what you can expect when you come to Bali. So it's we have a private villa. There's only 10 people that can come. We have a private chef. It is morning group sessions. Basically, you're there for a week, so you have a full year's worth of group coaching. So if you were like in a group coaching program, you would get like probably 2 hours of like group coaching every month, most likely. So this is about over 24 hours, which would be about a year. There's also one-on-ones with me. I'm the one leading it too, so it's a really small group face-to-face. We're doing excursions to like the best places that you always see on Instagram in Bali. And all of basically everything's taken care of for you once you're there except the flight. You get yourself there, get your passport, get to the villa. Actually, I pay for you to get to the villa from the airport. And then everything's taken care of from there. All the food, all the excursions. Oh, we're doing massages, poolside yoga. It is top to bottom, everything. So I'd love for you to join me. And if you guys have any questions, though, I recognize that seeing somebody on an Instagram live stream randomly might be like, yeah, sure, I'll give you my money. But if you have any questions and you want to hop on a call with me, I'm more than available for you, because I know, oh, hey, Nicole, how are you doing? I'm on Instagram and Facebook here, and recording the podcast. But I am more than willing to answer any questions you might have about the structure of the retreat, like what kind of transformation you can expect. This is going to be a full money mindset transformation for you that you can't do on your own. And it is so like life-changing. And guess what? Since it happens in November, you have so much extra power going into 2020 to set some massive effing goals for yourself and really see those shifts and the internal shifts. And guess what? If you fix this area of your life, it always bleeds into your other areas. So you'll notice like better relationships with people, better, relationships with your boyfriend or husband, and like you're better equipped to reach your health goals because you know how to like set goals and reach and hit them, and subconsciously like rewire yourself so that you are not just a goal setter, but you're a goal getter too. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So anyway, if this sounds great to you, reach out to me anytime. I'm at either Makeover Your Mindset is my business page, but you can get me on here too through the DMs. I'm at Makeover Your Mindset on Instagram, so come and follow me there if you're watching this on Facebook. But there's a payment plan option too. Plus, like I said, between now and the 1st, I guess that's next Tuesday, it's an extra $500 off. Plus, if you're part of my Badass Manifestation Queen group, there's an extra coupon code that they have access to. So join my group and you'll get even more money off. And I cannot wait to see you there. So thanks, you guys. I hope you're having an amazing Thursday night. It is really pretty down here in Florida. And as you can see, my Buddha is waving to you. They match the Buddhas that are in the retreat house in Bali. So join me. I hope y'all are doing really, really great. And I will be talking with you most likely tomorrow. All right. Bye. Thank you so much for choosing to push play on another episode of the Makeover Your Mindset podcast. If you absolutely loved today's episode, please take a minute to screenshot the episode, put it on Instagram, tag me, and let me know what's working for you. I absolutely love hearing from each and every one of you, and I love being able to bring this podcast to you on a weekly basis. Also, please take a minute if you're loving the podcast and leave a rating and a review. I absolutely love each and every review that's been put on iTunes. They help us reach more people, help more people find out about the Makeover Your Mindset podcast, and keep the good stuff coming to you. Thanks again so much. I love you all, and I look forward to meeting here again next week.